Hi ladies, how are you? Ladies and gentlemen, can't recall if we have any males here, but I wanted to go ahead and introduce myself. I'm having a crazy hair day. Want to introduce myself and then show you my kitchen, just to kind of share some of the things that I have found to be helpful for organizing in the kitchen. It is one of the most, I guess, frequently used places in my home is the kitchen, and so I feel that it is important to make sure that it is fully functional, and also allows for my able-bodied children to pull their weight in the home. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Carmen Gonzalez, and I help women break up with emotional eating and stop obsessing over food so they could be present in life with family and friends. The heart behind much of what I do is just to be able to have more joy in life, and really just be able to live a wholesome life, you know, be present with others and stuff. So my husband and I just celebrated 7 years of marriage, and we have 3 boys, ages 9, 5, and 1. They are each about to turn their next year very soon here. That breaks my heart, but I love seeing them grow and mature individually. I homeschool my older 2 boys, and I work from home. This is what I do. So yeah. I wanted to go ahead and go into the kitchen area. I'm just going to kind of peruse all the way through. I have my cabinets open on purpose, and I just wanted to let you into my home, and hopefully that will help motivate you to, you know, maybe take away a tip or two. I have not had a chance to read all of the comments as far as the areas of your pain points, but I will. And please, 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 you feel more than welcome to share pictures of maybe your pain point areas, and then maybe I can help kind of encourage you or give ideas or tips. So I am not a professional by any means. This is just something I really, really, really enjoy, and I have been asked a multitude of times to help others in their homes. So this is why I felt like, let me go ahead and share with others. And then with the holidays coming up and just kind of a lot of traffic in and out, but there's also breaks. It also does give you the opportunity to possibly clean house a little bit and make room for new things. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna flip you over here. Yeah, I'm gonna flip the screen. All right, so here is my, I have a very small space as far as storage goes. So on the top there are like my mason jars. I make a lot of salsa and various things that I like to bless others with, but I don't bless them with mason jars per se. I bless them with leftover jars. So we have, you know, our frequently used items. My 1-year-old figured out how to get into the drawers, and so I have all the sharper, like pizza cutters and, you know, carrot peeler, potato peelers there. So that's kind of, I have it set up in a way that it's able and quick and able to grab from. This is the bread that we have right now for my boys, and I leave my bread here and I put it in a basket so I can keep it on top of my toaster oven without burning through. And I do have pot holders at the very bottom here, but we have our rice cakes and our bread here, and I am a fan of paper plates. You never know what company you're going to have over and when you're feeling like doing dishes. This is the small little cabinet here. That's our spice cabinet. So the purchase of these little, my goodness, I can't think of what they're called right here, or these little baskets, they are super helpful when you're dealing with a very, very small space. I mean, it's like, this is my hand. You could see how small it is. But I make it work for spices. And then down here is where I have my, I do the like Ziploc, extra little containers if I'm going to do giveaways or that type of thing. I use a lot of parchment paper. I don't really store much in my oven, but I do have right now kind of my commonly used items. I make a lot of pancakes there, so my melted butter. I bake like almond flours or granola bars or those types of things, so I have my parchment paper ready, and we've been doing a lot of teas because of just the dryness. And then I use, our broiler is here in the oven, so underneath is where I put all my pans and stuff, like flat pans. And then here's the pots and pans. I have quite a bit of pots and pans, but I also try to minimize it just to make sure that I only store what I need. So I have my flats here, and then, you know, my stock pot, standard stock pot, a couple of ceramic baking. This is a Pampered Chef, so you have, that's why I have a towel there. And then some of my saucepans and whatnot. I do have another stock pot back there, but that's kind of what I have found to work in my home. And then I added a little basket here. I find that to be helpful for my bananas, my potatoes, you know, apples, just items that can be out without too many fruit flies coming about. And then I use this for my, like I make almond milk. So these are like the cloths for the almond milk. And then these are my Norwex cloths. Those are my extra special cloths. These are my cloths for the boys to be able to clean things with, or if we have spills, which happens very regularly, they can run and grab those. And then this is, I make pouches, reusable pouches. So I found that to kind of be best to have its own little spot. So I just put that in, I was about to trip over my chair here. I just put it right here in the center of my kitchen space. And then we use a Berkey water system, so that filters the water through and even removes fluoride. So that's what we use for that. We keep a water spout here for my oldest son to refill that water. That's part of his responsibilities each day. I find the use of these bins to be very helpful, especially when you're dealing with littles, taking their things out and, you know, putting things away. My 5-year-old puts dishes away, and they all get their own dishes on their own. So this helps with plates. It's just a little tiny basket of some sort. And then this is just a little Dollar Tree basket I found to work really nicely for I'm going to come back to. I find that to be really helpful for bowls because, you know, when kids are using items, things are going to break, and so it's best that you don't spend a lot of money on those types of things. Any of the baskets that specifically kids are going to use, get them from the Dollar Tree or use what you already have, because if it breaks, then there's no large investment. I'm going to show you underneath my sink. So I don't have a spot for my dustpan here, so that's why it's folded underneath, but I don't have much underneath here because I don't really use a lot of products. Vinegar for various things. I have laundry detergent and then dish soap. That's about all. I was getting a call. I forgot to put do not disturb. Let me, sorry guys. Okay. So anyways, that's the thing there underneath the sink. My counter, we are big fans of a shake called Shakeology, and so I made a shake bar because it is a daily spot for us. And then my little guy was playing with the cookie cutters. I keep my waters right on the counter, so when they're empty at the end of the day, I know that I have drank the amount that I have. I have these 2 left to drink for the day. Anyways, okay, so here's I found this wooden thing to be helpful because it has where I put my smaller silverware and then larger silverware. And then we use, these are what's called portion fix containers. I use these for helping to control with food. So basically, instead of using like a serving spoon, I would use these so that way we are not eating more than we need. So I found these little baskets to be very helpful to hold those things, as well as these baskets for like straws and reusable forks or disposable that we end up turning into reusable. This is like my Jude, my 1-year-old's playing area, especially when I'm prepping foods and stuff like that. But there are little snack trays and snack cups and that type of thing. But it's never in its full place because Jude always comes and plays with it. And then we have a drawer for placemats and for cutting boards, and then the dish pan here. So that is the kitchen area. And then I'm going to show you a little bit about this. This is my pantry. I absolutely love it. It is the most amazing thing in the world. And yeah, let me go into it. So I make a lot of homemade goods, deodorants, those types of things. That is what is up there. That is my chem lab, what I jokingly say it is. My husband has cereal that he likes to enjoy on occasion, and so I put those up there so the boys don't end up eating it. I make a lot of pancakes, baking, healthier type of items, so I kind of use that for that. We do use a pre-workout and post-workout and that type of stuff. I found for cookbooks, a basket to be helpful for that, because you can put all your cookbooks in one and you just pull that out when you're going to use it. We don't have a lot of packaged items because I cook most of everything that I make I cook it from, I can't even think of the word, as much scratch as I can. But there are certain things that are boxed that I definitely buy. So that's where I store these. And then I found these little containers also at the Dollar Tree. These are like sesame seeds, pepita, and sunflower seeds, and then walnuts. I find those to be helpful. So I kind of have what I'm going to use regularly. I could just pull that out or take it from its holding spot. This is also a little holding basket that I have. My pre-workout, and then also like my samples. If anybody ever wants samples, I have those really quick, able to grab. And then I don't know if you buy any like type of mixed nuts. Sorry, I'm going to come this way so that I don't block the colors, the lighting, sorry. But these are from, some of them I've been able to take off the thing here, but those are unsalted mixed nuts from Costco. And so we love those ones because it has pistachio in those and pecans. That's not, the blend is very, very good as opposed to like your bulk items from like Sprouts or Winco or HEB, depending on where you are. But anyways, these, I found these to be helpful to repurpose. And so I have, this is my bulk bin section. I have oats, quinoa, couscous, rice, you know, brown rice, mixed nuts, raisins, all of those fun things are there. Because we are in an apartment setting and we do share walls with others, you find that I have a lot of plastic containers because we get critters once in a while. So it's important to me that I leave everything nice and sealed. Here's where I have the snack section for the boys. As you can see, it's pretty minimal. There are some chips for like if we have sandwiches or wraps or what have you. And then here's the cereals for the boys. But it's very important to us that we put everything in plastic sealed containers because we've had mice and rats, mice and cockroaches, unfortunately. So yeah, here's like our plastic container area. My 5-year-old puts all of this away. I have trained him how to do it the right way, or it all comes out and he does it again. But I found for this little guy to be very helpful for lids. You know, sometimes it looks like he didn't put them away the right way, so let me just put those back. But anyways, they go here. And then those are like for little like Lunchable type boxes that you make. I have those there. If we have the waters, mason jars are the container, the plastic mason jar imitations, and then drinks. But I found for the cups, they're very helpful if they're in little bins, so they could just pull it out, take their cup out, and that's that. But as you can see, my trick is using a lot of these bins. And so I just wanted to share that with you. And then this is like my bigger appliance area. I drink coffee, but it's not daily. So I do keep my coffee pot or coffee maker up there. Anything that can be kind of plugged in, I'm a fan of leaving it up high so my kids can't get to it, just to be on the safe side. But I do have a waffle maker, can opener, you know, my major appliance is my pressure cooker. Oh, I love that thing. It is very infrequently in the cabinet because it's mostly on the countertop. I use, for my shake every single day, we use a NutriBullet to make it, and then here's my shaker cup, so we just created a bin for that. And then I have my glassware up here. All my glass I keep up high, and then plastics I leave down low, with the exception of mason jars here because I am using those to make salsa. So then here is kind of like our art section, if you will. Or things that I definitely want the boys to ask for permission of before using. But, so like Play-Doh is back there. There's these little hats that they can decorate. We just haven't finished that. But these are puzzles. Let me take one out here. These are the pencil bags. If you buy them from like Walmart, when it's after back to school, you get them for like 10 cents each. And that's when I purchased them. But I put my puzzles in there. I got this idea from one of my girlfriends, and then I cut the top out, you know, of the box so that we know what puzzle it is. But yeah, so here's all the puzzles. And it's actually, doing this has allowed for us to do it as a family, and we have some puzzles that I need to glue to some boards. This is paint without a doubt needs to be supervised, but I found this. It is a cooler, and I just turned it into a paint bag. So it has all the paints on the sides that I could put them like upside down. And then here's like watercolor paints. Kind of hard to show you with holding the phone, but there's other paints in here. I'm trying to show you. And like, then these are the shirts we have them wear, so they're not getting their regular shirts all beat up. But yeah, that is the gist of that. Oh, and I think I did show you there's Play-Doh back there. So those are things that the boys cannot do without my permission. And then here are lunch bags. I found this little crate. I think my girlfriend was getting rid of it or something, but it's very helpful for lunch bags. The boys get home and they put their lunch bags in there. And then this is just overflow. It's actually a lot of the boys' school stuff, like from the years past, and I just found that it's best to have it there. If there is ever an emergency, I can quickly grab those things and take them with me. And then that's a dehydrator that I actually need to pull out and use. So that is my kitchen. I guess I can show you my refrigerator really quickly. Yeah, let me show you it real quick. Okay, so my refrigerator, most of the time is filled with fruits and vegetables because that's pretty much what we eat most days. What I do with my groceries is anything that needs to be eaten is here at the bottom. So I work from that first. And then, as those things empty, or empty out, I refill with the extra things like the apples and, greens and that type of thing. So like, for instance, this is what I'm working off of right now. And then once it starts wearing down, I, pull everything out, put the other newer things into the bottom. That's also my overflow up top. But containers are very helpful. Meal prepping is very helpful with staying organized, and countless times I've been like where you quickly have to leave, I find that having things prepped is really helpful. This instead of using this for like my deli, I guess, like cheese and tortillas and that type of thing, I found this at the Dollar Tree. It's actually a cake carrier, but that's actually where, I'm trying to show you without having to take it out, that's where like the cheese and tortillas and pita bread and that type of thing is. So hopefully that helps you. That is the gist of my kitchen. That's kind of what I work off of. Hopefully that helps you, gave you a lot of tips on what to do or how to do it. And again, if you're local, let me know. I'd love to come and check out your place. If you're not local, or if you don't want me to go over, or just time isn't going to allow that, send me pictures or post them in comments below, whatever you prefer. But yeah, share with me what you felt to be most helpful. Yeah, how I can help with you. And we still have like the boys' schoolroom area. I don't have a schoolroom, but school area. I have the boys' room. I know Legos and toys were mentioned a lot, so I'll be sharing about that too. But yeah, I look forward to getting to know you more over these next few days. Thanks.